What if I told you there are many silver players who actually have significantly better macro than Master Plus players? And no, this really isn't clickbait. I coached a silver jungler who used everything I taught from the jungle perspective and absolutely cleaned up 1v9'd a game. And then I found some Master tier games, and within the third one, we had one where their macro was worse and they straight up lost because of it. So in this video, I'm going to go over what exactly you have to do as a jungler. Good or bad game, after 14 minutes, how do you then take over a game and play fluidly, even when your team are inting, even when you're the only fed one? And honestly, just for all scenarios that you're ever going to face, this will be how you close out games and win. So even if you're Iron struggling to climb, Diamond struggling to climb, or Master tier struggling to climb, this video will tell you how to stop losing games and how to close games right now. So what you're looking at here is the Nidalee, who's doing pretty well, the Graves is doing solid, game's about equal, and we have a situation where the secure dragon, Nidalee tries to make a play, she ends up dying. That's fine. However, then obviously the Graves is going to take her blue. She knows that she's going to the top side. Herald is the objective play. And we know it's gone because we see the Graves walk over the vision ward. So, she does her blue side quadrant, that's fine. What I'm going to be doing in this game as you watch the Nidalee go through the motions is highlight a couple egregious errors, big errors that cost her, and then I'm going to say, okay, look how the silver player did it. This Master tier player could learn a few things because that's how you're going to carry the game. So this is just isolating a few mistakes. We'll give you the corrections right afterwards. Because here we have no issue with the Nidalee's team forcing a fight. They do have a little bit of the advantage in terms of threat, and the Graves is on the bottom side going back to base, Syndra's on the bottom side. It's just a really great TP by the Malphite to cut it off, and now Nidalee does the right thing, which is, alright, it's over, I'm leaving. Here's where she makes a big mistake, the first one. Instead of just thinking about, hey, maybe I can sneak away the Herald, maybe I should go and push a wave somewhere, maybe I can go take Krugs and catch bottom wave, because I have to give up the Herald due to the fact that everybody's dead. She decides to go set a trap in the enemy jungle, sitting in a bush, knowing there's no backup whatsoever, and the risk here is absolutely insanely high for her death. And obviously, if you want more details on how to exactly jungle to get to this point, Virkayu.gg is the place to go. Not only do I have a free jungle improvement resource, I also have a dedicated program with jungle video courses, jungle coaching classes, a jungle VOD library, special weekly content you'll see nowhere else. All of this available through a premium jungle Discord, which is highly active, a huge community that help each other climb using my jungle program and courses. As we have seen by everybody hitting their peak rank goals in Split 1 and Split 2 of Season 14 as fast as possible. So to climb faster than everybody you know and to jungle diff every game you play, head to Virkayu.gg or click the link in the description below. Now she is able to bait the Graves to basically make the exact same mistake. The LeBlanc dies, and now, you know, they do get a free Herald. No results based, it always assess each decision on its merit. Here though is where the big mistake happens that will cost her team the game and herself some free LP. She goes and steals the Graves' red. That's great, the guy was dead, he's gonna respawn. That's it. The waves now on the top side are gonna tell you a story. And remember, they nerfed the movement speed for minion waves after 40 minutes. That means there's a bigger gap between when one wave comes and the next one. So they want to go dive top lane, that's fine, but the problem is the next wave is nowhere near around. Also, look at the map. LeBlanc's bottom side, you got a Herald. You could use that Herald for mega pressure mid, mega pressure somewhere else, but instead she hovers the top side here. What's the better play, my friend? Simply fall back to your blue side quadrant, go back to base and buy, make sure you sync up for that dragon. As soon as you've stolen his red, that's what you're thinking about, because she does have 1,800, 2,000 gold in pocket. So that's a huge reset you want to cash before the next big fight. Not having a gold reset, not paying attention to the waves, and then of course here, look at this, trying to force a Herald top wave turret, and then just basically dying for free. She had the ability, after the Graves' overcommitment, take his red, take her blue side quadrant, or at least the Grump, base, use Herald for mid lane pressure or any other pressure, then secure the dragon. With that, the map would be wide open, and she would have the utmost control over the entire game. Taking the top lane turret here for no particular reason other than I feel like I need to take a turret is silly. You have a long time on that Herald. Pick the better moment to use it. Master tier players should know better about the respawn of the dragon, where to use heralds, how exactly the mini waves work, when people are overcommitting and they shouldn't follow. They should know these things, and a lot of them don't, because they get here abusing champions with their mechanical power, and they don't exactly have the best decision making. From this, they lose tier 1 mid, they lose the dragon, they lose vision control on the bottom side of the map, and while you're on the top side controlling your camps, this is the right thing. Your team are now a bit naked. They don't have the vision control, enemy team sets a pick, your support dies. Now she's in a permanent numbers disadvantage. That means that she might have 4 alive, but they have 5. She might have 3 alive, but they have 4. And now you see exactly the cascade and the domino effect of her greed play on the top side. That's the big mistake here. They try and make her pick. Yeah, they get a kill, but LeBlanc dies to Varus. Now she runs around the jungle. She takes the turret. She goes to the bottom side. But there's no leading. There's no pushing macro. There's no thinking about, hey, how do we take our lead and move into the enemy territory? How do we start pushing turrets? They can't. Now they're down 5,000 gold, and I will leave a link to the description of this game right below so you can see this exact gold swing. I'm not BSing you, and this happens way too much in Master Tier games. And I'd like to tell you that there's some amazing things that happen here that allow you to come back. There are some, but the Nidalee does literally none of them. All you're gonna see here are a few highlights of Graves kicking ass and taking the game home for victory. The Nidalee's first mistake, dying on the dragon to snack it up, but that's okay, it does happen. Making the pig mid lane, that was great. Zenang picking the enemy jungle, not always the best play if you get outnumbered, but honestly worth a shot. And the Graves makes the big mistake over chasing and dying. But once you get that Herald, in my mind, that is game. If you see the flow of objectives, wave push, and understanding exactly how mid to late game macro works for closing games, no matter what jungler you play. So let's jump into our coaching video. I'm gonna go raw here so you see my true first time reactions to what he's doing, how impressed I am with his decision making. We had a solid game. He is someone who works a lot of hours in an emergency kind of situation, so he doesn't get to play that much. He just plays to get better and improve, and I've told him if you could put the volume in, you for sure could be climbing very quickly. But truth be told, he is silver, he is fringe gold, and this is what you're gonna see. He had a great game early on, solid positioning, but had to make all of the right macro decisions for split pushing, team fighting, rotating, ditching teammates, making pigs. He did it all, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do it in your games to climb as fast as possible and stop throwing games that you should be winning. Now, jungle denial, laner impact, and you do that through information gathering. You're just not gathering enough information. I trust you to make those decisions. I think you are capable of making those decisions. But you need better information. And 2, mentality, right? Aggressive mentality.
Yeah. Yeah, my mentality in general is more of a passive one. So
right.
That's always been the case. But it's better now than it was, of course, but still.
Yeah, you're Shaq, but you play like a guard, you know? Like, you gotta use your body. Like, you gotta realize that you are by far the biggest thing on the court and, like, nothing's gonna stop you. And when you're a jungler, sure, that doesn't translate one-to-one because you're just a tiny little e-boy. But you are going to become Shaq. You're gonna become Rost here. So, like, let's embody that mentality of let me actually use my lead properly. And obviously, here we have the TP committal from Orianna, which is very nice. You kind of zone a little bit there. You stop attacking. That's really, really great discipline from everybody. Great hold on the smite, much better than I'm used to seeing from you as well. Unnecessary flash. Your Q would have got you there. That Q gets the cleanup kill, so maybe you are a savant. Ult is not down. Obviously, here you should have just left.
Yeah, I definitely pushed that too far.
Yeah.
I think I didn't. I wasn't expecting one of those 2 to show up. I think it looked like there was only one other person, maybe. But yeah, I should have expected it.
Without a doubt, yeah. Not terrible sequence though, but definitely should have expected this into rotation. Poppy rotation, both rotation. We do have Dark and ready though, so you know what? Worth.
All part of the plan.
All part of the plan. And I got the Dragon. Alright, 40 minutes. We're at halfway to level 10, so behind. We know why. We're 5.3k gold. I think we can agree you should be at least 6 from the map that we've been given.
Mm-hmm.
And that's largely the problem, you know? People talk about these metrics that I throw out. It's like, okay, well, did you take everything the map gave you? 99%, that's a no.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's a no, so. In your situation, I think we can see where those advantages were lost. And now Cassandra is up in Mega Shilling. We've seen Skarner down here. Now, of course, you can decide here, like, should we go rotating? Like, should we go fighting? Can we, are we strong enough? Do we have that big of a lead? I think if you're like 7-0-2, you're like, yes, right? Like, we go.
Yeah.
You're not obsessed over this Herald. And again, even so, I think you're a little bit overly obsessed with the Herald right now.
I was going to say, I feel like I am a little bit overly obsessed with the Herald. Because we've run into this a couple times over the last couple months of coaching.
We have. Yeah, we have. You know, you got some plays down here that can be made around your team, you know, while you're doing Herald. This is definitely a big problem because, like, this is all open for you to rotate to. And if you think, okay, look, you know, no, No, I don't want to do this. Okay, then why can't you take everything away from him in the meantime? Because I am behind experience-wise where I want to be. You know? I don't feel like this guy deserves to have the same experience as you. Level 9, like you're a little bit ahead, but I don't expect... Imagine you counter jungled him once, and then made that impact in the bottom lane, right? He'd be level 8 right now. And in your worst case, you're still at level 10, but you're definitely closer to 10 than he is to 9. Like, he'd really be screwed. So I think the lack of denial here is huge. Obviously, if you don't want to rotate, you don't think you can, this is a full quadra denial. Sure, you're not going to be in a position to maybe do the Herald right now, but you got 5 minutes, right? Like, the Herald isn't despawning yet. People aren't going to rush it straight up. And this gank will be there for you after you counter jungle too. Now, the counter jungling is better because you'd screw over the Skarner. And sure, he's going to rotate here. But does he want... Do you want this fight? I don't think you do, man. It's a Rost. It's a Rost. Again, a little too hesitant there. You should have positioned for a Q. But we keep going. I feel like we're a little bit too scared there, but that's okay. Like, there's TP as well. Oh no! You wanted to scan, didn't you?
I think I did. I think I ended up doing okay with it today.
Kill her, kill her, kill. Aw, come on. Come on, man. You went with a smart play. Come on, kill her now. Yes. One more before you die. Oh, man. I feel like I can imagine being in this game. Like, if I'm you and I'm thinking, man, I should be 10-0-1. Like, almost killed. 2 dead. Both of them 1 HP twice. Yeah. No assist here. Overcommitted here. I'm just like, oh, man, this is such a game of what could be. Which is great. Like, you also want that, right? You want to win a game and also have the what could be. Yeah.
Well, this is a game where I feel like I'm doing okay. Like, I'm not playing badly.
Agreed.
I feel like so far it's been decent. But I love to be able to see those places where I'm like, this is where I could have gotten, like, pulled the lead ahead already by now.
Oh, I agree.
I think we're actually behind still, right? We're like a 1.5k behind.
You want to essentially be in a situation. We can turn this with ult. Perfect. W. Classic. Classic. Yeah, I think, you know, it's important to have that perspective on anything, but especially here in League. Like, I've coached some people, silver, gold, platinum, and like, I love them and I appreciate everyone who comes, but sometimes it's like they're telling me all the things they did right, and like looking for an affirmation session. You know? Yeah. Then you don't need coaching if you can self-affirmate. I'm here to say, thumbs up, good job, but you only did 50% of the things you could have done. And people don't always understand that, right? It's like, well, I had 10 kills, yeah, could have 20. Yeah, but I had 5 kills, could have 10. But I got, 3 grubs and a dragon, and they got the second dragon. You could have had all of it. Like, there's got to be this element of, what if I was 50% of the way there and I still carried the game? Which I think you've always had. Like, okay, I did well. We win the game, right? But what if I only did 50% of the things I could have done? What would that look like? Oof, you know what that looks like. We had a game like that. And that's how you climb. Just trying to make sure you always maximize as much of the game as you can. And, very rarely do you get 100%. Even in Challenger, like, very rarely do they get 100%, but it's just a striving. You strive for it. Yeah. I think the biggest takeaway from this game in particular is, hey, how's your F key and your information gathering? And obviously just eyes up on your teammates and where people are. Positional awareness, but not for yourself. A little bit for yourself, but mostly for other people. Holy shit, you just do not die. Yeah, here I think we could have turned a W. There's no reason to walk away. Like, I'm very comfortable here on Kane, on Warwick, on Orna and Volley, just staying in that fight. There's no reason for us to ditch or be afraid. We're that far ahead,
part of it, and this is a more of a question, because from my decision making there is, I think my ult is down, and I've gotten the objective. I've done what I came here to do. Like, I'm ready to leave. I don't even want to take a fight there if I can avoid it. Is that, like, should I be changing that a little bit, where I'm like, you know what, this is an easy fight. I should just take this.
Yeah, essentially it's like you are spot on with what your thinking should be. 100%. Sir, you are 100% correct. We're done, let's leave. But what's different between this fight and the fight here, where I said you should leave and here I said you shouldn't? They keep running at you. They're positioning his ass. They keep sending 3 people at you, right? So kill them. And then here, you're 2v1. You're behind. All right, now I'm going to leave. Like, do I have numbers advantage? Yes. Do I have gold advantage? Yes. Do I have champion advantage? Yes. All right, die. And obviously, when it turns, you can leave. Like, there's not a full committed, thing that you have to do. You can always back out.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, like here you're just behind. You want to reset. They have 2 people. Like you guys have no HP. You got no mana. Like yeah, you don't have ult in either situation. But here I don't need my ult as Ross. Like you just auto attack, you Q, you W, do it again and again and again. You keep sustaining infinitely. So it's more like just being able to maximize the enemy's bad positioning.
Got it.
You still like the Shojin, yeah. There ain't nothing wrong with a good cleaver and Sterax, but Shojin is a fun one too. Especially when you're fed. Just bear in mind the weight of your decision.
I do like Shojins more. I just feel like I'm getting to Q more, which I mean is kind of the point, I guess, but still. And all those W's I missed, the fact that I can get another W fairly quickly is helpful.
It is true. You are simply itemizing for your inability to hit W's. I mean, that's just big brain thinking, really, yeah. Like, well, Virkayu said I was missing W's, so he told you to hit more. No, I'm gonna take more. I'm gonna do more.
I increased the denominator.
Yeah. Exactly. The percentage is the same, but my numbers go way up. You're hitting the same rate of Qs. But 23 more per game.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Got it. I can see it. Like, this is just nice, chill. Like, you have a big lead. You're just absolutely great spacing here, waiting for the risk positioning. Yeah. Mindset was correct. Grump, straight to Grump first. Now you can sag the lane, push the lane up. Here we go. Cassandre mid lane against Pyke, don't care. 2 people show bot lane. We collapse in for Dragon. Cassandre out of position. You say, sir, you are out of position. You kill him for it. You hit the plant to see what the lay of the land is. You got 4, they have, you only have 2. Which means you have to give up that position. So we just give it the Dragon. Healthy mentality. Take the outside in rule. See the Ziggs top lane. Cut in here. Perfect. Again. Skarner shows underneath. Pings of warning. Back off. Eat every position. Pull the Dragon. Skarner shows bot side. Syndra pushing mid lane. Is she out of position? We think yay. Pyke hits the hook. Just kidding. He doesn't. You get scattered the weak. Balls to the face. Now we can go back to base because we have gold. But then again, the Skarner goes way out of position. So you say, oh, I'm not going to base. I can kill him. Cool. All right. 2 bot lane. That should be a free Dragon. But we decide to buy. Sorry, Baron. Decide to buy. That's okay. Take our camp stuff. Saw the ward there. See the fight top lane. Decide we're going to rotate for the help. Oh my goodness. Mega Cassandre ultimate. Skarner shows up. Smolder shows up, excuse me. Now we look at this one like, okay, let's see how the fight develops. You see an opening. 3-man W. Q back line. 1 more auto attack. Ultra right target. Beautiful. Oriana plays off of you. Balls to the face for them now. Well done. Very good. Mature team fighting. Mature macro. Dodge just got out of the week because now you're supporting. Miss a W, but that's okay. Boom, baby. Beautiful. Push the top wave. So we like to see here. Push it again. There we go. Sag off to the Krugs. Cut into the mid lane. 3 top lane. Just for you. It's your birthday. Poppy shows up. Hook happens. Don't care. Didn't ask. Okay, now we're looking at the map here. Golden Pocket 2.1. Team, please don't int while I do this. Black Cleaver connection for the slows, for the shredding. They have a lot of tanks. See this? We should not be on Krugs. We should be rotating. Which we do. Our team sags off as well, which is annoying. Why couldn't you fight there? So we take the Raptors. We see there underneath. Ziggs ult obliges. Q of the Wolf for mobility. Malphite goes Mega Gaming. Then we go in. Beautiful sequence. Beautiful sequence. Pull back. Go to the giant scuttle crab that has mega herpes, but we get vision from it, so that's nice. Skarner on Grump. Take the dragon. Pull back to the red. Do we have cash monies? We do 1,000. No real need to buy. I think we could still force a Baron here early, but I'm okay with the conservative nature of finishing mega itemization. If you need to sell the control there for something, please do. Don't sit on that unnecessarily. We sequence towards Baron. Ziggs gets picked off. Orianna was base with TP, but nothing we can do about that one. So a little bit of a sag there from the Ziggs. Don't overcommit. Team, what are you doing? Should always be your reaction. Team, what are you doing? Should always be your reaction. I mean, what else are you going to do, right?
Okay. I was wondering there. It kind of looked like maybe there was something I could do, but...
Nope. Look, at any point in this scenario that I've just spritzed through, do you feel out of control?
No. I felt like I was doing the right
Even
stuff.
here, you're like, oh my... It gets more an annoyance, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you got bit by a mosquito. I didn't have malaria. So, you know, I got bit. Unlucky. We're still going to win this game. This is not a lethal bite right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At all. You just wait for the Ziggs for the wave clear. You know they have no pushback. Obviously, we're probably going to lose our bottom side camps, and we would assume as so. We do. Trying to beat the Cassandra 1v1. Now, obviously, watch the rotations here. There it is. Get a little greedy, but you acknowledge that it's a little greedy. Q2's coming through. Nice Q to evade. Very good. Presence of mind. Really nice. Got our beefy boy. It's clear the water up. Probably going to lose the Grump as well. Losing a lot here, but I'm not too concerned. I'm waiting for them to miss position. Pyke is splitting bot lane. That's not what you want to see, but... once someone shows... Yep, once someone shows. You feel like we need to pull the trigger, but the Pyke does the side split cut in, which is what you were doing earlier. There's a Malphite. You decide to peel a Cassante, which is the best decision. Malphite flashes out. Underneath, you see the Skarner. Wouldn't have smited him. I do want to keep that smite. Oh, you got two, so never mind. Yeah, do it. Still wouldn't have done it, though. Yeah, they're tough to get through, because you don't have an ADC. You see, right in this comp, an ADC would be massive.
Yeah, of course. Makes sense.
But you just lack one. So, like, that's what I'm seeing here compositionally. You don't have the ability to do the sustained DPS and shred to their front line. You're spell-based, so you don't have a reliable output. But Smolder's coming, Pyke's on the top side. We currently have a 3v3. Orianna's going to rotate over to make it a 4v3. These two are coming through here. Pyke's going to zone them. You see that nicely. We stick to the Skarner, who's mega deep. You're going to ult deep inside. Beautifully done. And now we can just AoE. Oh! It's Christmas for Kane. Yeah, this is exquisite. Yeah, this is exquisite. That's what we're waiting for. Patience, patience, patience. Does your team need you to push? Nope, you got a Ziggs. And Grubs. That should be Baron as well, in theory. They can go around the world as well. That's fair play. Just, you know, if you're not going to do the Baron there, then you just got to be careful about the counter Baron. So I'm okay with you kind of shadowing this, just in case. I don't really want to be, because you got a lot of gold.
Yeah.
But at this point, it doesn't matter, because your itemization advantage as it stands is still supreme. And an extra item is going to change the fact that you win the next fight. Now, obviously, you've overstayed a little bit, but Pyke's got the ward. Always a little risk in that, but that's fine. Now we have push. We push mid lane for vision. Very good. Orianna does have TP. Will she use it? Question mark. There it is. We see it. Double W. Get ulted solo, but we have mega ult. Woo! Front line, baby. Oh my goodness, Cassante. Backline Syndra there, definitely unfortunate. But doesn't matter, we can push mid lane. This was exquisite. 10 out of 10. Like, absolutely 10 out of 10. Really yeah, 10 out of 10. This was fantastic. This was fantastic. If everything I told you was put into one coaching macro game from mid-game onward, you did it. You did it. You struggled with the composition from like sustained DPS. Just as a byproduct of not having an ADC. I think you probably could have done Baron a lot sooner. But, you know, when Ziggs gets picked there, you didn't overreact. You just chilled. Wait, like, it's just relaxed. Always in control. This is really, really good. Early game was good too, but could be further optimized. But I don't see how you could really optimize much about your carry potential here. Having great macro is amazing, but you gotta have great jungling. And your great jungling needs to look like this.
Like the video. Watch it. Get better. Don't play blue game, only Rost. Rost's power. Or other junglers. Just not Shaco. Fuck Shaco.